One stick with the report card. I mean, if the teams are B, are there players within that who are A, who have exceeded expectations, and maybe an odd one who, hasn't quite gone to plan? I mean, you're going to get that every season, but are there some that have surprised you positively and some that maybe haven't quite done what you hoped for?
I think there's always players either side of what you're talking about. Really, I think
Yeah,
from defensive wise, you want players that are reliable and that you know 90% of the time what they're going to do. I think we've got a lot of players that have improved at the back. I think your Bowler, your Dick Steele, your Dale Fry. I think Grant coming in has done really well. What can you say about Paddy McNair? Like a bloody Rolls Royce to me. I mean, he would get any team in the country, me. Especially when I look at them last night. So I'm quite pleased with how they've stepped up in that area. And yeah, even though like the likes of Grant Hall, he's not a youngster. I think he's developed into a better player.
yeah,
He's become more confident by playing with Dale, etc., and then with Paddy, and you see a different style in him, and he's probably surprised me more than anybody, if I'm honest. Your Bowlers and your Dick Steele, I've just got to keep on to them about what's made them change, why they've become good players, because they've become better defensively. They've done what I want them to say, and as soon as Bowler, for example, has got so much ability that I don't want him to start nutmegging somebody because he's quite likely to do that. He's got that much ability, but he knows if he does
yeah.
that, I'll thump him.
And you say that the plan is probably to head off for a little bit in the middle of next week. So can we read into that potentially at the start of next week, decisions, final decisions, if they haven't already been made, will be made on your likes of Marvin, Jordan Archer, Nathaniel, lads who are coming out of contract?
Yeah, I'll be speaking to all the players. I always do that. I'll be speaking to the players Sunday, all day Sunday and Monday. Lads that travel away, I usually do on a Sunday so they can get off home. And then
Yeah.
I'll be talking to the rest of the lads on a Monday and what have you, possibly Tuesday morning. I always talk to everybody and tell them what I'm expecting next season and where I think they've done well and what they can do better at. So, yeah, I'll be talking to everybody that's on the books, really.
Right. And are you pretty clear in your mind, or obviously targets wise you'll have ideas, but it's going to be a case of getting them. But in terms of the makeup of the current squad, are you pretty decided now who's probably going to be heading away, who you might have conversations with further in the summer, etc., etc.?
Yeah, I think if I wasn't decisive now, Scotty, I'd be in trouble. Really, we've only got one day of the
Yeah.
season to go. So if I said, well, I'm not sure. No, I think like I say, I'll be talking to them all next week, and one or two interesting conversations.
Yeah. And I mean, clearly the focus incoming wise is going to be in attack. We kind of know that. I mean, you've already alluded to the fact that there's not many out there, and there's probably quite a few clubs who are going to be wanting them, and you've got, agents, you've got the financial situation, everything. I mean, are you apprehensive about it? Are you excited about it? Are you a bit of everything? Because, to a large extent, that's going to probably colour how things go next season.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I suppose apprehensive is probably the word, because until you've got signatures, you really haven't got a clue.
It's just a big unknown, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and that's I think when you think of the people that we are losing, strikers wise, and I would imagine the strikers that we're losing might be top of people's lists elsewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because to get a free transfer, where you're going to get a better free than Britt or Ashley, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas we're looking for players to come in the side to score 10 or 15 goals. So I've got to have one or two things up my sleeve, Scott, if I'm honest. I'm not going to get the finished product, but there's one or two players that excite me if I could get them. Because you get feelings about players as a manager, and I've got feelings about two or three players. So I'm hoping I can get the ones that I've got these feelings about, if I'm honest.
And then just the last one from me, the injured lads, your Sam Morseys, your Dales, your Tabs and all that. I mean, how are you happy with where they're at? Are you pretty confident that all of them will be right for the start of pre-season? And will some of them be staying on in the summer to work?
Scotty, Dale, Tav, Dick Steele, Sammy Morsey, I think they'll all be fit next Tuesday.
Sounds more, innit?
So I'm not bloody saying another word, all right? All I know is
Right.
those four lads know what they've got to do in the summer. Dick Steele will be going home, but he's got a fitness guy over there that he uses that we talk to on Zoom and etc. And he knows that he's a big season for him next year for me, and he better not let me down. He knows that, and in fairness, I've not seen him in as good a condition as he is now. He's been really working hard because he's had to, because we won't let him go home until he's 100%.
Until he's ready.
Yeah, and all of the lads are the same, really. So you don't have to say anything to Sam Morsey. Sam Morsey's just a dream. He wants to be fit. He wants to kick everybody. You know, he's so we don't have to worry about him. He'll be training every bloody day, because to him every day's like a bonus for him. To be playing at a club like Middlesbrough is just Sam Morsey's dream. So he's an absolute gem, is he? Dale Fry wants to be the best. He wants to play at the top of the Premier League. Tav's the same. Wants to play at top of the Premier League. And I've told them both, I think this time next season they'll both be in the Premier League.
Good.
No, not this time next season. In another week. Sorry, another week, next pre-season.
Well, listen, I'll see you on the weekend. But thanks for everything this season.
All right.
It's been really, really, really good, mate. Really
No
good.
problem. Cheers, Scott. Craig.
Hi, Neil.
Hi, Craig.
Just continuing on that from what Scott was saying, Neil. Do you have that with every player as you're sending them away this summer? Will there be almost programs that you want them to do, or kind of just keep that fitness up, ready so you can have a quick start in the summer? Yeah,
we don't. I mean, nowadays, it's not, Craig. It's not like it used to be, where we used to go away for 10 weeks, and I used to go to Tossa de Mar, and that were it. Me, nightclubs and bars, and come back a week before we started and try and get rid of it all. I mean, them days are gone now. All these lads are so fit now, and the lads who are injured have got a plan. They'll be coming in because there's quite a long break this time, whereas we only had 3 weeks last year. This time they've got 3 weeks holiday, and then everything's geared. They have a choice of coming in certain weeks for 3 days, 2 to 3 days a week in certain weeks. And then they have a program where they're all in at least a week before we start to see the levels that they're at. They all go away with these GPS things so that we can tell what they've done when they come back in. But we're talking about a group of lads, Craig, that they're into bad egg amongst them, really. They'll all be working hard. They all want to get in the team. They all want to be successful. And you don't have to worry about these lads. I just have to worry that when they come back, we have the proper department in sports science to make sure that these lads gradually come into that week where I hammer them, July the 1st. So I hold my staff responsible that the lads like your Dick Steeles and Dales and Tavs are ready to come straight in on July the 1st and do everything. So it's up to them if they have them in 2 weeks prior to that and build them up. Are you with me? Because we have to do. We've been looking into Dale's problem, for example, and we feel there's certain other things he can do to eliminate that, because he's had that problem twice now. Yeah. So he's got a program designed to help him eliminate that now. And all the other lads we're looking at, we want them all 100% fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the sounds of that, it sounds like his pre-season nailed down now. I know we've got the Devon and Cornwall trip, but is all the elements of pre-season nailed down and planned now?
It is, yeah. I mean, we've got a dossier that each day in pre-season from 10:30 onwards written till we finish. Are you with me? Every day. Now, all right, I deviate from that sometimes, especially when we're running, because if I don't think they've done enough, I put another one in. Even though the lads think, we've done enough, Gaffer. No, you haven't. So So I change that slightly here and there, whatever I think. But in general, it's all mapped out now, right up till our first game in the league.
Right, brilliant. Yeah, and I mean, just before that comes, obviously, it is the summer. I mean, you mentioned earlier that you might try and get on a few fishing trips, and you are heading back late next week. Because it's such a busy summer, because there's so much to do transfer-wise and that, do you think you'll have much kind of chance to just kind of get your head down and forget about things a bit, or do you think it's going to be hard to switch off?
I think I've got to do, really, Craig. You know, I mean, you know what it's been like. I mean, I'm 72. I had my injection on Tuesday, wasn't it? Tuesday? Was it Wednesday? I mean, yesterday, I fell asleep for 2 hours in the afternoon. Are you with me? I was shattered yesterday afternoon. So I need to switch off. Yeah, I need to. I'm really looking forward to driving down my driveway in Cornwall and because I relax there. I just switch off there, and I'm not bothered if I don't see anybody for 3 or 4 weeks down there. But you've got to recharge. You can't be on this sort of level week in, day out. That's why, you know, Neil Bowser will come into this, because Neil's, you know, he's working behind the scenes to try and get me the players that I want. And so, you know, yes, I'll be talking to him a lot, and there'll be certain times of the day. And if I'm honest, I will turn my phone off if I don't want to be bothered certain days, especially if I'm fishing.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, just quickly, Neil, you mentioned going up to Bishop this afternoon. I'm presuming that's for the under-23s, quite a big game for them. But where will it leave you in terms of your squad for tomorrow? Will there be many players who have to do double duty and things like that?
Yeah, they'll have to do double duty. I don't think I've allowed Josh to do that. I think he's with us tomorrow. He played in the 17s. If I'm honest with Josh, he looked really tired yesterday, bless him. I mean, what he's done in the last 6 weeks is incredible. To come from the under-18s, you know, to establish himself with the squad training-wise, then to get his opportunity, the mental strainer, scoring his goal and things like that, and the euphoria. He did look a little bit tired yesterday. I had to have a quick word with him. But I won't be playing him today. But the other lads want to play. You know, we need a result against Palace to progress. So it'll be interesting. But you know, it's we haven't got many choices at the minute on the bench. But you know, so be it.
Yeah, and apart from that, is the squad, the first team squad, looking pretty much as well? There's no new injuries or anything, so they won't need to necessarily start any of these under-23s who play today.
They'll play today, yeah, they'll play today. Yeah. The rest of the lads. So there's only I think Jed and Tuber, I think, are the senior pros that are available. You know, apart from the team that played last week.
Brilliant. Cheers, Neil. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Joe. A new MP, Joe, haven't you?
Had a what, sorry?
A new MP up there, haven't you, at Hartlepool?
Yeah, Hartlepool, yeah. I don't actually live in Hartlepool, so...
Ah, okay, pal. Carry on, son.
You've mentioned the injured lads. How is Marcus Brown doing, and when do you think
he won't be available, I think, probably September, October.
Right.
He's working ever so hard, bless him. You know, like I said to you about how you change your mind about somebody. I didn't like Marcus when I first came in the club. I'll be honest with you. You know, not that he had a chip on his shoulder, but I didn't like his attitude at times, and I had a couple of words with him. I was thinking of letting him go, and he just changed, and he's been remarkable. He's, you know, I feel really sorry for him. He was really playing well when he got injured. Looked as if he could, you know, do that job for me. And buzzing in training, but when I watch him I mean, it's hard when you're injured to train like they do. But I've been right impressed with him. I think he's really trained hard, and you know, he's looking forward to trying, you know, getting in that squad again.
Yeah, and you've talked about you wanting to bring in 3 strikers this summer. You might have seen a player been linked with this. Charlie Wycombe at Sunderland. Is he the sort of player you'd like?
As if I'm going to say yes to you. Eh? I'm hoping to watch Sunderland in the playoffs, if I'm honest. So you can speculate if I'm watching him. I must be looking at him, mustn't I?
He's got a 3 though, isn't he? So
yeah, but it might not be him I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So don't put all your eggs in one basket, Joe.
Yeah, I thought I might as well ask.
Take a court, Neil, because the Stadium of Light's the one ground that's colder than the bloody Riverside.
It weren't cold when I went up last week or week before, because they put me in a box. I was in a lovely, luxurious box. They looked after me, fabulous. Fabulous. I'm not your average supporter like you, Scott. So, I'm a prawn sandwich man. Although I didn't get any biscuits. I must admit, I didn't get any biscuits with my coffee there. I'll take my own next time. Sorry, Joe. We've been gone. Carry on, Joe.
Trying to get a quote from you on White, but never mind. But when you are looking at strikers, though, are you looking at players that can be versatile, that can maybe play as a wide forward as well as? No,
not really. I am looking at wide players as well, Joe, because I do think we have to be versatile in systems. I think I like the 5-3-2. But I also, when I watched Chelsea so fantastic the other night playing a 5-2-3, that excites me as well. And I do know that we can play 4-3-3, but we haven't got the striker at the moment to play 4-3-3. So, looking at all sorts of things, and they change your mind. It makes you change your mind on your tactics depending who you get through the door, really.
Yeah, can you mention the back three there as well, because Paddy's been playing at the back at the minute, but obviously when you have Dale back and Grant Hall back, do you think Paddy could play in midfield, or do you still prefer him at the back?
I always liked Paddy at the back, but without a shadow of a doubt, he can play in there, and he's probably as good as most players in that division in there. I just think he's outstanding at the back. I think he just gives us that aura, the confidence that I can't say anymore really. You'll think he's my lad again. I don't want Dick Steele getting jealous, do I? I mean, he's incredible. I think there's more to come from him, mate. I think I can put another notch in his gun, really, me, because I think he can do even more.
Just finally, what about the loan players that are out on loan? People like Lewis Wing, like Nathan Woods. Do you think they'll need another loan move next season, or?
That I don't know. I mean, obviously we get reports on him. Nathan's had a little bit of an injury. He played well in a couple of games, and he didn't do so well in a couple of games. So it's what you expect for an 18-year-old. You're going to get up and down. So I honestly don't know the answer to that. Lewis Wing will come back and train with us. They've loved him down there, but you just don't know. Somebody always surprises you pre-season. But you just got to have an open mind, really, on those lads.
T-side! Be bold. Be immersed. Be transformed. Be T-side. can tell you, but it's like to. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Well, he was impressive in the week, and he's driving forward here with a chance. Sikpiezu with a spectacular effort. What a start for Wycombe. The first goal since arriving in the summer. Cut in and away from the Middlesbrough defence, and this is a fine effort to find the far corner. Corner, right into the 6-yard box and right into the back of the net, off of the head of Brown. First start in the Championship since April, rewarding his manager. Justifying his place in the team with a big header. Brilliantly there to find Bowler. Bowler's ball into the box. Upon the target. Glanced away and still alive with Tavernier. Miscue from Tavernier and then Morsey. Well, it's very nearly turned on by Akpom. Brilliant reaction stop from Allsop. Had to improvise here to turn away. Grimmer. Towards Ameti, maybe a bit too hard. Difficult to bring under control, and Akpom can carry away. A brilliant afternoon so far, Akpom. Here's Tavernier! What a strike! Smashed into the far corner. And just like that, Middlesbrough now ahead. What a response to conceding the early goal, allowed to travel in field, cuts in away from Jacobson, just one thing in mind, some hit. Fabulous strike from Middlesbrough's number 7. Tafazoli with the header away, but it comes straight back, been under so much pressure over the last half an hour. This Wycombe side, but they have managed to carry the ball forward. Mehmeti with a chance, straight at the keeper. Bettinelli didn't really have much to do here. Mehmeti in a brilliant position after the slip from McNair. Big throw in from Dykesdale. Comfortably hooked away by Wycombe, and they might be able to break here. Mehmeti, well, he couldn't quite bring the ball under control. And now it's Middlesbrough's turn to come forward. Wonderful ball to the far post by Johnson, and they're not too far away. What an opportunity for Tavernier. Jacobson, lovely floated ball to the back of the area, and it's Tafazoli leaping to nod over the bar. Well, very nearly 2-2 for him. Scored a fantastic goal against Cardiff in the week. Not too far away here. Piezu did brilliantly to bring the ball down. Kashket turns. Can he get the shot away? Yes, he can! So close to adding the equaliser. Clever turn, bought that yard of space. Lifted into the back of the penalty area. Tafazoli rising, and it takes fingertips from Bettinelli to work away. It's actually a brilliant stop from the keeper for a clever header from Tafazoli. Well, one back by Tavernier. Working it wide, I'm sure Middlesbrough would love to make this more comfortable. Ball in towards the front post, cleared away. Another corner from Paddy McNair. Another corner causing trouble here for Wycombe and nodded off of the goal line. Well, thankfully, Horgan on the post and able to clear away. Spence. Waits before releasing. Might be a chance here potentially for Borough. Oh, what a strike, and so nearly in from Tavernier. Searching for his second in the game. Nearly perfect. Woodwork to the rescue for Wycombe. Hit this with real power, real venom. Been some performance from Marcus Tavernier this afternoon. Johnson wins the corner. Here is McNair. McNair swings another devilish ball in, and the quickest to react inside the penalty area is Akpom. 9 minutes remaining in the game, and it's surely the goal that secures the 3 points for Middlesbrough. What an effort from the corner from McNair. Turned away by Allsop at full stretch. But inside the 6-yard box, it's Akpom to turn home for Borough. Well, there goes the final whistle. Middlesbrough sit now just a point off of the playoffs. Neil Warnock working his magic again. Brilliant goal and a super performance from Tavernier here this afternoon. Really put on a show. He got the second. Marcus Brown scored the first, the equaliser for Borough. Plenty of respect here between the two managers, but it's Warnock who comes off the winner. Wycombe 1, Middlesbrough 3.